Hello, 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 bonjour, au revoir. I want to say hello in a lot of languages. She's bilingual. No, I'm not. But here is my coffee. It matches my shirt. Sorry, I have asthma, and I'm also just getting over a flu. So my lungs and my breathing are a little crazy right now. Today I'm gonna do a makeup look. I actually did this yesterday. So, you know those days where you do your makeup and you're like, like this actually looks really freaking cute and I should have filmed it, or I should have took a picture, or I should have something. That was me yesterday. I'm gonna recreate that look today. I washed my face with my Origins face wash. I will do a skincare video eventually over time, but right now we're just gonna focus on the makeup. Let's just get into it. I'm laying down the hair right now, so that's why I have the sleeping mask on and I'm gonna keep it on. This is A Starry Night by Van Gogh. I'm gonna start off with Peach and Lily. This stuff is incredible. If you haven't used Peach and Lily yet, what are you doing? This stuff, Overnight Star Night Cream, absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing. Put this on your face, and you just feel like a whole new, a brand new bee. That's what you feel like. You feel like a brand new bee. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. So yesterday I watched the Golden Bachelorette finale, and let me tell you, that was freaking intense, okay? I did not watch the Golden Bachelor. I have only watched the Golden Bachelorette because people were telling me that the Golden Bachelor was so good, but I missed it by a little bit, so I didn't get to watch it, which is fine because they didn't even end up together. They got married and then divorced super quick, and I don't like to watch failed marriages or failed relationships because it makes me sad, because it's like, why couldn't they just be together? But anyways, oh my god, spoil alert, spoil alert, spoil alert, spoil alert. Joan ends up picking chalk using the Ulta Beauty eye mats on my eyelids before I apply my eyeshadow, by the way. So at first I really liked chalk. I was like, oh my god, that's the one for her. That's who she should pick. I'm all for it, 100%. Joan, that's your man, go get him. And then he did something on the bowling date that made me not like him, where he was just kind of all over her, and I don't know, I was like, red flag, I don't like it. He's been controlling. It's so crazy how one little thing could happen and then I'm like, oh my god, he's controlling, he's gonna be this way, he's gonna be that way. My brain goes all the way to it just goes. It goes wild. And I start thinking all these crazy things. Oh my god, is he gonna be this way? Is he gonna be that way? And it's crazy because the public thought the same thing as me. So I wasn't the only one thinking this. So I start having a negative view of him just from that one date and that one just different looks that he would give her. I was like, he seems kind of controlling. He's very serious and he's very intense. Joan, I'm crazy about you and blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't know. For me, it was a little intense. And I'm like, he lives in Wichita, Kansas. We all know Joan's a city girl. She wants to live in a different place. But what changed my view on Chalk was when he, on their last date after he met the family, when he was like, yeah, I want to move to New York with you. I want to get a place in New York. I know that you want to live there. So I want to live there with you. Let's get a place together. Let's pick it out together. And I was like, there we go. That is what we needed to see. That is what I needed to see for him to win me over, even though this is about Joan finding love. I needed to see that. And I am using the REM Beauty. This is a dirty palette, but who gives a fuck? Because I'm a normal person that has dirty palettes. So these colors are so cool. I usually dab into the white, this color, and I have my mirror right here, but I'm going to try to use this camera as much as possible. This is my iPhone camera, if you're wondering. So anyway, Chalk won me over, and I was feeling really good about it. Before that, I was all for Guy. I was like, Guy's amazing, love Guy. I want Guy to win. He's so authentic. He's so real. He's retired. Aren't they all retired? I think they might all be retired. But anyway, and I really liked Pascal too, but I don't know if I liked Pascal for Joan. I just see Pascal with someone else. Like, I don't see him with Joan, even though I really did love Pascal. He promoted his salon business. He got what he needed to do out of the Golden Bachelorette, and then he went home. Now we're gonna go in with this pink color. Like, why are you using the same color, Jules? I don't know. This is what I did yesterday, so I'm just gonna do what I need to do. She ends up telling Guy, like, you know, before he even meets her family, which, by the way, I love that she did that. She's like, you're not gonna meet my family and then I'm gonna vote you off. Like, that's not fair. And I like that she did that because it's not fair. You know, he shouldn't meet her family and then she votes him off. Like, that's just not what you would want to do to someone, especially someone that you actually genuinely, like, care about. So anyways, so she ends up going to his little hut. It's freaking raining in Tahiti. It's raining cats and dogs. She goes into his hut and she's like, oh, you know, like, sorry, but basically tells him what's up. Like, my heart's with someone else. Which I'm like, okay, good for her that she did that, love that. Then he ends up going home. But the thing is this poor man, oops, I'm using the wrong color. This poor man, I don't know why I'm saying poor man. He chose to stand out in the rain. But he's standing out in the rain looking all sad, crying, freaking looking like freaking Emperor's New Groove, looking like what the fuck, is he a donkey? Why am I saying donkey? It's not a freaking donkey. A llama. You know in Emperor's New Groove in the beginning? This is me. That's literally what it reminded me of. He's out there in the freaking rain, crying, sad. I'm just like, this is like a scene from a movie. So dramatic, but I love it. And I feel so bad for him. The guy's gonna be okay. Like, now that he's been on, you know, a show, he put himself out there. Like, love will find him. I genuinely believe that. Like, I genuinely believe that love will find Guy. I love Guy. I just love him so much. That's why it's hard for me. It's like, I love him. So Profix Stick NYX, this one always, like, I love it, but it loves to break. So I'm just gonna put this underneath my eye and then kind of like go like this, like almost acting like a cut the cut the eyeshadow out. But I'm just gonna do that and go like that. I have a dinner later with one of my friends who I haven't seen in a while because now I moved. I moved this year to San Francisco. I want to perfect this look too, because you know when you're like trying out a new makeup look and you kind of just like, I don't know why, I just feel like that, you know when you sometimes use a sponge and you're like, that's not gonna blend how I want it to. I'm gonna try to leave out my nose freckles. Here's the thing, like, I love my freckles and people always ask me, do you cover them up on purpose? No, I just like an even face. I just like an even look. Estee Lauder in the shade Tawny. I love this stuff so much. I'm just gonna put this on my face. And I'm still like deciding on if the shade is correct or not, because I feel like it is, but then it's also not. So if anyone notices that it's not, please tell me, okay? Like, I don't want to go all the way down to my neck. I don't want to do that. Cause I just don't want to. Cause that's it. Cause I just don't want to. That's the reason. I don't want to. I want to know who the next Golden Bachelor is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be Guy. He looks like such a Golden Bachelor. He looks like such a batch. I thought that I wasn't gonna watch Love Island Australia, but I ended up watching it. I usually always watch Love Island Australia and UK. I do not watch Love Island US. I just can't. It's so funny because I literally live in the United States of America and I can't watch it for the life. I'm like, why do I just not like it? I just can't watch it. I love accents too, so I just love watching my like UK and my Australian, my Aussie accents. I just love it too much. Like, I can't give it up. But Love Island Australia just came out with like a new season and I love it so far. I'm not that far in. I'm only on like episode the episode where Sophie is the bombshell that just like arrived. Like that's what episode I'm on. So far, my favorite person is Hannah. She's the blonde that's in nursing school. And at first I'm like, I'm not gonna watch Love Island again because it's just like, it's harder. I feel like the older I get, the harder it is for me to watch. And I think it's just because everyone on there is so young. But then again, I'm like, I'm still in my 20s. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why does it feel so, like, why does it feel like I'm watching people that are way younger than me? And I think it's just because when you're in that dating stage in your life, like, your mind is kind of in it. But then when you're, like, in a serious relationship, all of a sudden, like, you kind of forget what dating and being single is like. Like, I don't forget, but I forget a little bit. And I'm just like, ugh, I forget, like, how dramatic it is and, like, how hard it is. So when I'm watching the show and I'm watching these people, like, crying and being so upset about every little thing, I'm just like, I don't understand, because I am obviously not on a show. Like, I sat down and I thought about it, and I'm like, no wonder everything is so dramatic. Like, you're on a show, you're being filmed, you, like, imagine having a crush, and then your crush easily can get stolen from you. Compete, kind of, in these games and watch him make out with other people. Like, oof, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I understand. Like, I am not one to judge at all, because I'm just like, I can't even imagine what that would be like, you know? But so far, I love Hannah and Nico. So he's just my type on paper. What can I say? Keep in mind, I'm on like episode whatever, 3 or 4, I don't know. So I don't know if they're still together or not, but I really like them together. And I don't want them to break up. I don't want them to not be coupled up. Sophie came in, she like hooked up with Zayn. And I'm like, okay, I get like producers, like they try to create drama and stuff, but why put someone on the show if they've already had a past with someone? Like, I get it, you're giving them a chance to what, like rekindle their relationship or something, but it's just kind of awkward. Like, it's just awkward. Like, you're gonna let someone back on the show that's already like slept with one of the contestants or whatever, and they're gonna be like, I don't know. I don't like that. I think that they should only invite people that like don't even know the other person. And I know that they know this too. It's like, you're a show, you know what you're doing. You know who hooked up with who in the past. Like, don't play these games. And I'm gonna go in with the NARS Laguna 3. I love NARS contour. It's absolutely incredible. Just be careful and don't drop it on the floor, because I made that mistake multiple times. And whenever I drop it on the floor, whenever I drop my NARS on the floor, you know what happens? It cracks and it breaks. And that's not NARS' fault, that's my fault. That's my clumsy self. I did not like when they were playing that game and freaking Dylan had his little hypocritical moment when he was like, if a girl sleeps with more than 10 people, it's kind of like, and his logic didn't even make any sense, because afterwards he's talking to Mimi and he goes, if I found out like 2 months after talking to a girl that she slept with more than 10 people, then I wouldn't care, because it's like, I'm already interested in her, like we're already good, like I can't, you know, back out now, kind of thing. But if we just like started talking and she just said that to me, I'd be like, you know, that's kind of a lot. Does that logic even make any sense? And here's my whole thing. That was hypocritical of him to say, like, oh, for a man. And I hate how he says that as a man, that's like a lot. As a man, you're not a man. Number one, you're a child, because no man would say something like that. Like, if you're intimidated by a woman sleeping with more than 10 people, then you seriously need to get a life. And what I love about what Hannah said is like, the girls that go on this show aren't the type of girls that you know, slept with less than 10 people. I thought that was kind of funny. because even though that's a broad statement, it's like, that's still funny that she said that, because I'm like, yeah, like, I'm glad she's saying that, because it's like, who cares? That doesn't make someone a hoe, a slut, or whatever the fuck they want to say. And here's the thing too, if girls didn't sleep with more than 10 people, like let's just say they didn't, then guys wouldn't be able to sleep with these hundreds of girls that they sleep with. It's like, who do you think the girls are that you're sleeping with then? What do you think of the girls you're sleeping with then? It's like, you are literally sleeping with hundreds of girls, or 100 or whatever, 50, whatever girls, and you think it's bad if a girl sleeps with more than 10. I bet you 90, I don't know how much percent, girls you slept with have slept with more than 10 people. Hello. And it's just crazy to me. Like whenever I hear stuff like that, like a guy like caring about how many people a woman slept with, like blah blah blah, and like is super judgmental, it's just like, it says a lot about the person. And honestly, I think Mimi should just stop talking to him, and I think that he should get voted off, because he did trick her. He's like, I'm not a fuckboy, I only want you, I only liked you. That is the biggest lie. And like, he somehow like, you know, got to stay, and then his true colors like come out. I just can't even imagine too, like, he's like, oh, I said it so I have to stand behind it. It's like, true, but also if you did say that, it's like, if you said that once, like, imagine the other things that he probably thinks and says about women. Like, does he think that women too, that like, you know what I mean? He's the type of guy that'd be like, you can't wear that, you can't go to the club wearing that, like, that's inappropriate. Excuse me, my dryer is like singing a song. Let me go turn it off. It's super annoying. Okay, I'm back. Does anyone else have a dryer that literally sings a freaking song? I'm gonna use the shade Summer Breeze. This is NYX. This is like a perfect color because it's kind of like nude. I know it's not nude. What am I talking about? It has like a pinky shade, but it's not like super pink. Does that make sense? It does make sense. You can see that I'm putting it on my face. I'm gonna go in with Fenty Beauty. This is the Milani setting spray, which I really, really love. I think everyone should use it. It's great. And then I'm just gonna use the Girl Next Door Fenty Beauty highlighter. And just put it right there. And put it right there. Put it right there. And then I could go in with my ColourPop Flexitarian Super Shock highlighter. Again, get this brush wet. This eye look is gonna be a lot, so just like be prepared. I'm just gonna put it in the middle of my eye. Now, Taylor, the bombshell that's 28, I'm 28 too. When he came on, I was like, okay, cool, you know, this is great, this is good. He's gonna probably pick, I thought he was gonna pick Hannah. I'm really glad he didn't. And then he picked Alicia. And Alicia, is that her name? Alicia? She, oh my god. So funny when Baby was like, she talks a mile a minute. I have no idea what she's even talking about. It's like too much. Yeah, that's how I feel too when she talks. She's a very pretty girl, but she's like one of those girls that's like very pretty, but it's like, I don't want to say I don't like her personality, but I don't like her personality. Sorry. She's one of those people that I'm like, oh, you're pretty, but I don't like your personality. And then it kind of ruins it. Don't you hate when that happens? Like that, I've been realizing that more, like as the more I get older and stuff, like when I see people or meet people and then they have like a really bad personality, but they're really attractive. And you're like, personality really does make people ugly. And then like also it can make people that are decent looking a lot prettier. I think Em is actually really pretty. She's very young, like she has a very like young personality because she is young, but she has like a very young personality, if that makes sense. I'm using the blue to put underneath my eye. I really like Em and I like her and Taylor together. I think that they're gonna be good together. The way that Alicia's handling it though is like just kind of immature. It's like, if you don't want him to talk to M, then tell him. But like, obviously it's not gonna stop him from talking to her because you guys are not in a relationship. And that's the thing that's like very screwed up about these shows. It's like, you're not in a relationship, so you can't technically like be angry with the person. But it's like, at the same time, you like them and you're coupled up with them and you're sleeping next to them, so you feel like you are kind of like in a relationship with them because you're in a couple, like you're in a couple with them. And like in reality, like if they were just, you know, in the real world, it's like when you're coupled up with someone, that means that that's your boyfriend or girlfriend. When Sophie arrived, the bomb, and she was like kissing all the guys with the little sleeping masks on, I'm just like, I can't. Can you imagine how awkward that would be, like going in and just like making out with everybody? Like, but Hannah, yes, Hannah, I think she's interesting. I think she's funny. Whenever I'm watching like these like shows, it makes me so happy that I'm in a relationship. Oh my god. I don't want to sound like one of those girls, but geez, it makes me so happy I'm in a relationship. I'm like, I don't ever want to do this. This sucks. Why does my eyebrow... Every single time I do my eyebrows on camera, I'm like, why do they look fucking crazy? Every time. I think I need a new eyebrow routine or something, because every single time I do my eyebrows, I'm like, what the fuck happened? I've been really liking this duo. So I use MAC Spice lip liner, and I just kind of like... And then I go in with this color called Lady, and I just like... And it just looks so good. I'm gonna go do my eyeliner really quick, and then I'll be right back. The eyeliner is finished, but I still need to put on my lashes. This is perfect. I realized the lashes like that have, you know, the longer, like obviously like, yeah, these get longer near the ends, but it's like, it's mainly the same length all the way through. And I found that that shape looks best on bigger eyes, because when you have like a big eye and you try to like do that angled, super angled shape, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look right. While I'm letting that dry, I'm just gonna go ahead and with this e.l.f. This is my eyebrow. It's called Wow Brow. See, my eyebrows aren't even that crazy. It's like I literally just color them in and then I just put this on, and it's like I have a lot of eyebrow hair, but it's just I like to make my eyebrows darker. I'm just gonna grab this and then I just kind of grab my eye like that. And it's not even like you're not gonna be pushing hard, just like a little, just to like get them to be like one unit. I am gonna go back in with this, and I'm just gonna grab some of the blue and put it on the ends, because I just want it to kind of tie in a little bit, but not too much, like, because this is supposed to be a pinky purple look with like a purpley bluish kind of like look, and I really like it. Like, I love this look. When I did it yesterday, I really liked it. Oof, let's go back in with the pinky purple. And I'm just gonna go like that again, because we don't want it to like overtake. I'm gonna go back in with this, like mixing the white and the light pink, and just kind of like go over the lid again. I go in again with the MAC, and I'm just gonna put this like underneath as I just go over the bottom lashes, just a tad, like just like is go over my eyeliner just to make sure that it's like okay. Looks good. This is the finished look. I went ahead and I just put some curls in my hair.